All right, so last on the docket, we have another divisional game, and one that's actually going to be good. We have the Saints and the Falcons. Now, I know what you're saying. I mean, the Saints are dominant. They're quite possibly the best team in the league right now. There's really only 3 teams in that conversation. They're one of them. Falcons can't get out of their own way. I mean, they've got so much talent on that team. They've got a wide receiver core that most teams can't possibly match up against. They have a talented running back in Tevin Coleman who can receive out of the backfield and really take pressure off his quarterback. They've got a quarterback that any given day can really just light up a scoreboard, but I don't know, they just can't put it together. You know, they have a great game, they have a terrible game, they have an okay game. There's no consistency to this team. I'm not sure if you blame Matt Ryan. I'm not sure if you blame the coach, the coordinators, but there's something there. Most good teams, the offensive play caller, whoever that may be, whether it be the head coach or the offensive coordinator, the quarterback, and the head coach, if he's not the offensive play caller, are all very, very in sync. You know, they know exactly what they're going to do, and that includes setting up their defense. You know, with the Saints, they've got Sean Payton and Drew Brees not just going Madden football, blow up the scoreboard. They'll run the ball pretty frequently. They'll slow the game down, this season at least, and allow the defense to rest up and play strong. This is quite possibly the best defense that they've had. So it's a model that people can work off of. All of the good teams are like that. And when you go to Atlanta, do you really see that? I mean, I don't see any consistency on the offense, and I think that speaks to something deeper. I think Matt Ryan's got an immense talent. I don't know if he's got that it factor. I don't know if he's got the wherewithal to really take on the offense and manipulate a defense to what he wants them to do, like you see the better quarterbacks in the league doing, like Rodgers or Brady or Breeze. And I don't know. I don't know if I see great leadership out of him. I think the problem relies in Matt Ryan just not getting to that last step. He's a great he's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not getting to that extra step that you see the Bradys and the Rodgers and the Breezes of the world get to. He's not putting his stamp on the team. I think he's allowing the coach to dictate the identity of the team, and that's not where you want to be for the quarterback of the team. The quarterback should be putting his stamp on the team, and the coach, and him put that together. But yeah, there's something missing there. I think it's in Matt Ryan. This is going to be a bad game for the Falcons. They're going to get dominated. But they have offensive firepower. So because garbage time is what every fantasy football player really relies on in games like this, it's going to be good to watch. It's going to be Julio Jones and Ridley and Coleman and Sanu just doing everything they possibly can at the end of the game with the ball getting thrown all over the place in order to try and keep pace with the Saints. And it's a matter if Matt Ryan can keep it away from defenders. If he can stay off the turf and keep the ball out of Marshawn Lattimore's hands. So if Ryan has a good game, they're still going to lose, but they might cover the spread. But he's got to put something together a couple of weeks in a row before I actually have faith in the guy. So Saints are going to win pretty handily. And, most of you guys are going to be in a food coma anyway by this point. So if you're sleeping in the second half, don't worry. The only real fantasy football thing that shouldn't be obvious, obviously it's going to be run heavy for the Saints. They don't really have a run defense in Atlanta, so Kamara and Ingram over the receivers. But Traquan Smith is a late bloomer this season. He seems to be stepping in as the second wide receiver, and I've actually put him as my fantasy football pick of the week. So check that out on my Instagram at the Nerdy Sports Fan, and be on the lookout for the Sunday and Monday games coming on a little later in the week. Enjoy Thanksgiving.